Ukraine's drone warfare strategy is clearly evolving, moving beyond solely military targets. NPR.org reports that Kyiv's forces are continuing their aerial campaign against energy infrastructure and military targets inside Russia, aiming to undermine Moscow's war effort. However, BBC Kompanyuk highlights a significant shift, reporting that Russian online retail warehouses were hit by deadly Ukrainian strikes. These drones specifically targeted Wildberries facilities near Moscow and in Tambov. Ukraine's leader has described these as major logistics facilities supplying sanctioned components, indicating a strategic focus on disrupting Russia's economic and logistical backbone. The targeting of online retail warehouses, as reported by BBC Kompanyuk, signals a direct assault on Russia's economic infrastructure. While NPR.org focuses on broader energy and military targets, the BBC's reporting emphasizes the vulnerability of civilian logistics. Such attacks could significantly disrupt supply chains for consumer goods, potentially impacting the availability of essential items and increasing operational costs for businesses. This adds another layer of strain on Russia's wartime economy, which the BBC notes is already slowing, with more businesses seeking to dodge tax after more than 4 years of war with Ukraine. This strategy aims to create economic friction beyond just military supply lines. What the collective coverage perhaps underplays is the potential cascading effect on Russian civilian morale and the broader war economy. While NPR.org notes 8 killed and more than 60 wounded in Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian regions, and the BBC details mobile internet shutdowns and increased tax evasion. Neither explicitly connects these developments directly to the psychological impact on the average Russian citizen. The disruption of online retail, a relatively modern convenience, combined with infrastructure attacks and economic slowdowns, could erode public confidence and support for the war, creating a deeper, more pervasive sense of insecurity beyond the immediate physical damage. Russia's response to these drone attacks and its broader security posture are also critical. While the source material doesn't detail specific Russian defensive measures against these particular drone strikes, the context of drone warfare is global. For instance, NPR.org mentions that 2 U.S. service members were killed while partner forces defended against Iranian ballistic missile and drone attacks, highlighting the pervasive threat drones pose. This illustrates that countering such attacks is a complex challenge, and Russia likely faces similar difficulties in protecting its vast territory and diverse infrastructure, including critical logistics hubs like online retail warehouses, from an evolving Ukrainian drone strategy. The shift towards targeting logistics facilities, particularly online retail warehouses, suggests a long-term strategy by Ukraine to degrade Russia's capacity to sustain its war effort and maintain domestic stability. As the BBC reports, Ukraine's leader views these as facilities supplying sanctioned components, implying a dual purpose: economic disruption and choking off materials potentially used by the military. This could further exacerbate the strain on Russia's slowing wartime economy, potentially leading to greater reliance on cash, as reported by the BBC, and increasing pressure on its supply chains. This evolving drone warfare could profoundly shape the economic landscape and the civilian experience of the conflict within Russia.